Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome to a first look at the release of Kronos on TQ for EVE Online. So I've actually been trying to make the video for quite a while, but something constantly kept interrupting me. But yeah, let's get started with just a first look at the game. First of all, the deployment so far, no problem whatsoever. I just logged in, downloaded and installed, and I've been playing for probably around 2 hours already. And I've no problems to report on my end. I've also been keeping an eye on the help channel, and it's not like I'm seeing any real game-breaking bugs or problems pop up there either. So I must say the Kronos deployment so far seems to have gone quite smoothly. Next up, what have I been doing here? I've been trying to do some exploration, so maybe another impression. It's extremely active in EVE Online at the moment. People are exploring like crazy. I'm sure in Losec we're seeing a lot of activity there as well. People are probably looking for those new Mordus rats. So if you're planning to do that, I must say be careful, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people hunting for the rats and that there's a lot of people hunting for those hunters as well. So yeah, activity feels extremely high, which is probably normal on a release day. A couple of tips maybe. Here is something that I just bought, Expedition Frigates number, in order to bring that to level 1. If I go for the market here, for the Prospect, this is of course one of the new skills you need if you ever want to fly that one. So yeah, just don't forget to buy that skill and maybe already inject it so that it's ready to be trained. Actually, because I'm on a very long skill. It was Expedition Frigates. Let's see if I can find it over here. Expedition Frigates. I'll just get that one to level 1 quickly. It just takes 30 minutes and then I can fly a Prospect if I want to. So that's pretty good. Yep, and other than that, so far everything seems to be working quite smoothly. So let's go outside. What I'll do is I'll try to do a little bit more exploration. I would love to show you guys like a data site or a relic site without the loot spew mechanics. And this is well, not actually a change station. That is the new sun though, and there is one other tip that I really am going to give you guys. If you want to hunt for those Mordus ships, go to your overview settings, because these Mordus Legion Commander battleship, cruiser and frigates are not marked when you first launch the client. So if you go for the, let's see here, open overview settings, then you go for entities, these top 3 will not be marked when you first start Kronos, and thus you actually do want to mark them if you want to have them show up on your overview, of course. So that's also a quick tip, just don't forget to do that. Let's move on to Yona. I've already scanned Aporelli, and it's really not worth it what's in here. Yeah, like I said, it's extremely busy at the moment here in EVE Online. This is what I have to show for around 2 hours of exploration. I just found 2 data sites and 1 combat site where I did get this Corpum C-type energized kinetic membrane, 1.8 million, so not the best, and this is what I risked for it. I almost lost my Ishtar. We're at 15% armor. So what happened is I found a Mulzata monastery. I think it's a 3 out of 10 from the Blood Raiders in a nearby Concord system. And well, a general tip, if you find a Blood Raider combat site, you actually want to have a little bit of tank and a little bit of buffer on your ship, because it almost cost me my Ishtar. There was maybe like 10 heavy missile batteries left, and this is what they did on a run for like 16 kilometers to get to the loot. So yeah, I almost lost my Ishtar, but luckily enough it survived, so that's okay. Let's check it out quickly here in Yona. 2 signatures. I think that's 1 more than when I left, so maybe there could be something interesting here. So let's do a quick check of what these are. One of them ought to be a wormhole, if I remember correctly. So let's see what the other one is. Here we go. A little bit lower, just check it out. But so far the release of Kronos has gone pretty well. You can also see that there's a lot of CCP devs in the help channel at the moment, helping people out if they have any problems or questions. So that is also always a good time to come into contact with some CCP guys. That is on release day. They do hang around the help channel, and it's always the best place for some really big problems. If they do show up, you'll probably learn about them here first, and so far there haven't really been any major problems. So let's see what this is, because it's not that easy to scan down. So just keep going. And it's another relic site. It's actually a pretty difficult one to scan, which means that maybe there's a higher chance for something like a faction BPC. So let's see if I can find it and maybe quickly do it. After all, it's another relic site that will show how stuff works without the loot spew mechanic. Not that you don't know that yourself already, but here we go. Reload and grab it. So yeah, with the release of Kronos, I've also decided to change the fit on my Ishtar here. I went with the relic analyzer instead of the cargo scanner. Just because I think you do save enough time without the loot spew mechanic that it can be worth it to do some relic sites once in a while. So let's head over there and yeah, quickly grab those containers. I've also already seen 2 of the new data sites that are the new Serpentis sites, where you find some sort of data sheet that you can then bring to the Mordus Legion, who will then reward you with, I think it's loyalty points, and then eventually you can buy some of the BPCs for the new ships from those. But both of them were already taken, so as I've said, activity is very high at the moment, and finding something decent to do or to grab is pretty tricky. Let's start off with the closest one here, Serpentis debris. So without the scanner, of course, I don't know beforehand if the container is going to be worth it, but I think it's a good trade-off if you can actually do all the sites. So my hope is that with the rebalancing of the loot, and that they've given the relic sites a little bit of love, and that's definitely not it, but okay. And that it might actually be worth it to do these relic sites now as well. So yeah, you also saw this. You just do the hack, make sure you are within 2,500 meters of the debris or the node in a data site, so that you can grab it quickly and just move on to the next one. So what you actually want is to give a stop order at the right time, so you don't bounce off too far. Just quickly try and find that, and then just grab the loot. And there we go, I overshot it already. So that is a little bit annoying. You have to try and time everything a little bit better than what I'm doing here. Next one is at 29. Let's go and grab that one. And so far though, it's not really been treating me well. You do feel it that the data sites have been nerfed as well. I think I had 6 containers so far. This is all I had out of this. A couple of occult symmetries and one, let's see here, occult process worth 1.5 million. Oops, and I'm actually, if I don't keep approaching this, I'm probably going to overshoot it again. So let's go. Yeah, maybe on the right here. Nope, maybe over here then. Yep, there we go. And we are in range, so loot all. Unfortunately, that's again pretty much nothing. Another one at 24. Well, 5 containers. That's 5 chances for a faction BPC. Unfortunately, we won't know until I finish the site. And again, there is the new sun with the lens flare effect, which looks pretty good. Maybe a slowdown at like 6 is better. Actually, looks like it might be. Hey, stay in range, come on. Just keeps wanting to bounce off. Grab it. Drone rigging, well, 358,000, so it's still not great. But alright, at least it's a skill book. And in the meantime, you're seeing all of these devs in the health channel are definitely trying to help out. I'm actually convinced that there's a lot of new people in here as well, and a lot of people that don't read up on the forums, the dev blogs, and all of that. So press approach, maybe that's yeah, I need to find a right tactic to make sure that I stay in range of the container. Oh, here we go, that's what I want. Grab all the loot, and well, 4 trips, nothing special unfortunately, but I do think you can see that you win a decent amount of time without the loot spew mechanic. So let's dock up. And so yeah, the rebalancing, if it's indeed 20% less in the data sites, I think it's okay overall. And 20% of the time spent on the loot spew mechanic, I think it might even be more than that. So you will have to do more data sites, of course, or more relic sites in order to get the same bottom line. But you will generally win a little bit of time on every site that you do because of the new way it works. So I think overall it's still going to balance out for the people that do a bit of exploration, like a few hours every day or something like that. So yeah, let's dock up here. This is a Creodron facility. Look at that, pretty damn dark. So those are the new skins. Some people are complaining about the camo stations. Honestly, I can understand that. It's a little bit well, weird for a station, but yeah, this is the design decision that CCP has taken. So that's just how it is. And here we go. Well, at least it's another 6-7 million in loot for 2 hours work. I'd like to see a little bit more than that, but like I said, activity is very high at the moment in the game, so hopefully the rest of the corporation is going to come online. Then we'll definitely check out Losec, try and find some modus rats. But for now, that's it, guys. First look at the deployment of Kronos. Everything seems to be working quite smoothly, no major issues to report. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.